welcome back. Thanks for joining us again on RDLP. I'm your Prince of Play, Solon, and when we last left off on the Reject Demon Toko, we, I guess it was really just the beginning of everything, wasn't it? We, we learned who Toko was, we learned who Nadia is, and we're trying to re-become a demon, but we're not super committed. It's not really a big deal. It's more like, low-key, hey, let's kind of join back with being demons. They're kind of hunting us down a little bit. But also, Toko wants to be happy, and is kind of finding out and understanding that that's what she wanted all along. But is quite kind of like, she's in this very weird transitionary headspace, right? She knows, she has goals. She has goals for herself. The world around her is very different than what she expected and assumed, and she doesn't quite fit in. She doesn't fit into the mold of what a demon should be or is, and they kicked her out because of it, very violently. So now she has to create a new identity. She has to figure out who she is, and what she wants to do or be. It's very much like when you get kicked out of college, or like this kind of transitory feeling where it's like, well, everything that I learned up to this point is useless and doesn't actually apply here, but I have to continue. I have to keep existing somehow. And so now, what do I make out of what's around me? Luckily for Toko, what's around her is Nadia, who is our super thirsty, soft-looking friend on the left. And Nadia really wants Toko. Nadia also has a lot of mysteries around her. That are kind of like low-key, subplotty kind of things. But what is very, very clear, and what has stood out amongst this whole story so far, is that these two here are tight. They are super tight. And are totally content hanging out with each other. We're still in that very, like, second date mode, figuring out what each other likes. Toko is still trying to figure out what Toko likes. And so it's cute. We have partaken in food together now twice. Always eating food with another person is always a rhetorical device used to indicate that these two want to know more about each other. Even something as antagonistic as like the wine scene in The Princess Bride is that these two must drink the wine, even though it is poisoned, together, and it becomes a point of relation between the two that becomes a very strong bond. And we know how that goes out, but this is nothing like that, as much as it's just about they're eating food together, because that is a form of intimacy. And so it's cool. It's one of my favorite rhetorical devices, the idea of communion. So I want more of this. I want more of that pie. Toko, very into cherry pie. Well now, I'd be happy to feed you pies whenever you want, Toko. Right underneath the veneer of these two being real thirsty for each other and having all this sexual subtext to it, underneath that layer, which is already a pretty thick layer, is actually like really strong, just really good writing happening here. And it's been a joy. I'm really enjoying reading through this story. As the two eat, a quiet spy, I'm hoping is Jingxiao, watches carefully from one of the food lines, tracking Toko's food intake, and Nadia's doting over the former demon. Oh, maybe this isn't... Oh, okay, good. It's Jingxiao. Good. Oh, the line has moved. Yes, food gatekeeper. I request 30 sweet and sour tacos, 12 servings of wonton french fries, 2 family servings of dim sum ravioli with the wasabi pesto, 3 large bubble teas, and 1 box of chocolate cream mooncakes. The clerk laughs nervously at the order and, after asking several times if it's serious, calls the manager over to confirm everything is okay. He puts the order in, and Jingxiao places a stack of money on the counter. As the cooks work to fill Jingxiao's order, she turns her eye once more to the Reject Demon and the human girl with her. Nothing seems out of the ordinary between the two, although she does make a note that Toko seems to enjoy eating human food. Because Ginxiao's in there like, we can actually talk about this. Like, this is kind of weird. We both come from the underworld, and we both like eating human food. Ginxiao takes her trays of food and deftly carries them to an empty table, far enough to not be noticed, but close enough to still overhear what is being said. It's mostly arguing and gentle teasing. For a lust demon, Toko has no sense of innuendo. That's a new point. That's a little detail in there. Okay, I can't eat anymore. Do we have to eat all of this? I suppose we can take the rest as leftovers for tonight. It's still kind of early to go home, though. Nadia pauses for a moment, considering what to do. Toko glances around, observing the humans in the mall, when Nadia speaks again. Oh, let's visit the arcade! The what of... wow, okay. I know they're not very common anymore, but you don't even know what that is. Where are you from again? Toko realizes she's probably not the best liar, and considers how she can phrase this without directly lying about it. Out of the country? Toko winces, realizing how vague and not at all convincing she sounds. If you say so. Nadia completely does not understand that Toko's a demon, obviously, even though Toko has literally said that to her. However, I love that Nadia is like, fine, we don't have to talk about this now. If this is something that is personal to you, that's fine, and we can still move on. And I'm like, she's not like, she doesn't need to assert herself too much into this. She's just very kind, I guess, forgiving, accepting. That's the word I'm looking for. She's just an accepting person. It dawns on Toko that Nadia doesn't really seem to be buying that excuse, which she can't exactly blame her for. However, before she can say anything, Nadia puts her hand on Toko's lower back. Oh! Sorry, I just wanted to make sure we stay together since it's pretty crowded. I can stop if you want. No, it's okay. Okay, let's go then. We gonna play Juicy Fruits and Moon Rider and Light Up the Night. Slot is also there. Okay, this one's called Super Moe Dance Rangers. Why are their eyes so big? It's just the design. Got big ol' eyes. They take up half their face. I think it's cute. I think it's freaking scary. So, anyway, here's how you play. It's a rhythm game, and explaining the basics, however, doesn't seem to do much good for Toko, who seems unable to grasp how to play, even after Nadia attempts to hold her hand or hips to guide her along. Like the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze, but it's DDR. To guide her along, Toko is too slow or too fast for the timing. The speak and spell music in the back is so good. Oh, that's D. Arcade. That's what they're spelling. Sorry, it took me a second. Oh, jeez. I didn't think I'd be this into the music in this game, but God, I always am in all of these games. I'm always just like, this is clever. Good music. Ugh! Sorry, Toko. DDR is not intuitive. It's just it's the world's game. The world's dance. Maybe rhythm games just aren't your forte. You were good at it. I've just had more practice. The trick is dedicating hours of your life to get better, like any skill. I'm not gonna do that. Toko, not much of the dedicated type. Fine, here's a different game. It's called Heart of Ice, Mind of Fire. Nadia points to an arcade machine that has a person with a blue heart and a red flaming head. It's just a bunch of words. It's less a game and more an interactive book. What's the point of that? Why would anyone want to play an interactive book? Sounds dumb. Well, you read it and see what happens, I guess. But all you do is read these words and people actually, like, pay for this? Wait, maybe that's a little pretentious. Someone would just read words on a screen and, like, get enjoyment out of that. little high-minded. How about skee ball? How about skee ball? Toko frowns at the name. Doesn't even remotely tell her what it could be. I guess. Great. How's your aim? I don't know. I could help you throw if you need it. Trust me, it's a really fun and simple game. You have these balls, and there's these circles. Ugh. What a chore. I suppose a small snack would be nice. She walks up to a pretzel stand called Uncle Uziel's. It says our pretzels are heaven sent. Wonder if I will get in trouble for eating here. You have a point. Food gatekeeper, how many pretzel dogs can I buy with 20 human dollar? About 10, says the gatekeeper. If I get 5 of those, how many pretzel burgers can I get? Probably 4. Would or would there not be money left over for a drink? Medium. Then I would like to have 5 pretzel dogs with everything, 4 pretzel burgers with everything, and a strawberry soda. Yes, ma'am. While waiting on her food, Ginshao glances over and notices Toko and Nadia in the distance. Probably, but I just ordered food. She really is being rather unobservant. Ginshao turns away when the clerk calls to her that her food is nearby or is ready. Yes, thank you. You don't need help with that? That will not be necessary. Taking it to a nearby table, Ginshao sits and goes about eating. Takes about 10 minutes to get through all of it. If only I earned more money today. Ginshao begins to wander towards the arcade when she's approached by a strange man. Wow, so you eat that in like 10 minutes. Impressive. With your skills and my coaching, we could dominate the competitive eating scene in the city. Competitive eating? Totally, here, take my card. You could be the next champion. This dude's just scouting people at the local mall. Who looks like they're a good eater? Any of these people could be good at eating. After absently taking the card, Ginshao continues her path towards the arcade. Champion. I am the champion. We're all champions today. Back at the arcade, Toko seems to have discovered a newfound talent in skee ball. Yes. Yes. All right. We've got it. We have an in. Something that poor Toko, is finally confident in. We've earned 50 tickets so far. Gosh dang, gosh dang. Seeing Toko enjoying herself, Nadia looks around to find a game she can play when she notices Ginshao outside the arcade. Oh! She waves at Ginshao, whose nonchalant stride takes her inside. Toko glances up at Nadia's exclamation and twitches when she sees Ginshao. She glares at Ginshao as she approaches and stuffs her tickets in her pockets. My tickets. They're not yours. I'll win. I'm the champion. Also. Hi, you're Toko's friend from before, right? We are acquaintances. Right, it was Gina. I think that's Ginshao. All right. Say it. Ginshao. Oh, my mistake. What do you want, Ginshao? Toko, that's rude. Nadia is right. I should talk to Nadia instead of Toko. You're the one following us and I'm the rude one? I was not following you this time earlier, yes, but now I am here for food and entertainment. And I see that you all shall provide me with both. You can't even taste the food! I do taste it. Food is not just in the mouth, it is also in the soul, the heart. Ginshao coming out with the like, philosophy here. Alright, down with someone firing the big guns, let's go. Toko is taken aback and stunned into silence, having not expected something like this from Ginshao of all demons. Why else would getting food we love fill us with pleasure or evoke fond memories? Oh, that's really sweet. Also, Rhapsody likes to watch. Regaining her composure, Toko resumes glaring at Ginshao. Whatever, just get lost and leave us alone. Toko, I get you two don't seem to get along, but that's no reason to... Fight? Nadia is right. She has a good head on her upper torso area. I will make you leave if I have to. Don't push me. Toko, are you even listening to me? I'm not here to fight at all. Well, now I am. Nadia nervously glances around when she realizes they've started attracting a small crowd. She tugs at Toko's shoulders for a moment. Toko, please, we're making a scene. I once again advise listening to Nadia. Let's go, you weirdo human food eater. When you have been here long enough, Toko, you too will understand the heart of food. That's it, Nadia, stand back. Toko, why are you being all macho over food? Toko, just stop. Come on. I am not here to fight you. Then just stand there, it makes this easier. Yeah! Toko sprints toward Ginshao, fist raised to attack. She only gets within 5 feet of Ginshao before suddenly falling flat on her face. Well, Toko gets to her feet and sends Ginshao an ineffective death glare. That was a cheap trick and you know it. It was an obvious one. Any other demon would have seen it coming. Do not blame me for your lack of skill. Toko once again charges at Ginshao, this time aiming a kick at her. However, she immediately feels a pressure on her supporting leg. It buckles, and she falls to the ground. Rolling herself onto her butt, Toko grips her knee, now stinging from the hard mall floor. Oh, why can't you just fight fair? Damn it, Toko, you're causing a scene. You do not seem to understand how demons fight at all. You're right, Toko probably does not understand how to fight anyone. And you add insult to injury, great! You are defeated. I will see you later, Toko. Nadia. Ginshao saunters off in victory, while the sound of smug giggling follows after her. Realizing the fight appears to be over, the crowd disperses. Toko, are you okay? And what on earth were you thinking? How can I be expected to beat something I can't even see? See what? Oh, Toko's never gonna get very far, is she? Did you really have to fight her? She was gonna she could have done something to us. You, us, I meant us. Look, I don't appreciate being followed around either, but I doubt... Never mind, just, you got carried away, okay? Chill. Sorry. We're in a gosh dang arcade. You need to settle it down. Although, a lot of fights happen in arcades. It's pretty much turf warfare in arcades. Like, all the time. Guess isn't really that uncommon. She wasn't doing anything. Why did you try to fight her? You meant well? Nadia! You don't have to give her an out. Don't give Toko an out. Could you help me walk? My knee hurts. Here, let me feel. Ow! Yeah, that's the hurt part. You got it. It's probably bruising. You should put ice on it when we get back. Excuse me, ladies. I'm with mall security. Uh-oh. Crap. Get out. Man, what a loser. How'd I get saddled with someone as pathetic as her?